From the National Weather Service in Raleigh, it's Nick Petro with your winter storm update. This is our fourth briefing as of 4:30 p.m. Wednesday, the 19th of January. So, normally, I would have probably sent out the updated slides by now, but our system that creates our snow graphics is running a little bit late this afternoon. So I dearly apologize for the delay in getting these maps. So I probably won't be sharing every slide I normally share. Let me just go ahead and jump right into what we think is probably going to happen. Okay, this is going to be probably a slightly abbreviated briefing and jump right. Now I'm using a publicly available, freely available web page here to show you this because some of our in-house stuff I can't display. So this is all freely available online, and anybody's able to go and get it. But anyway, this is the NAM model. Remember earlier at 9 o'clock this morning, I was referencing the worst case scenario model, and let me show you what that model showed. I'm going to show you what I showed at 9 o'clock. Okay, and then I'm going to show you what the latest version of that model shows. Okay, so here's the model that I showed at the 9 o'clock briefing showing tomorrow, okay, with rain moving across central North Carolina. Right here, that time frame is 18Z on Thursday. 18Z translates to 1 p.m. Thursday. Okay, so if you're in the triad, when's the rain start? 14Z, which equates to 9 a.m. Thursday. Rain, that is, okay? If you're in the triangle, sometime around 1, 2, 3 o'clock. And then I-95 by 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. Okay, and then look what happens. See how this blue and purple gets involved here right at the end? That's the cold air catching up to the rain and changing it to snow and sleet. This time frame 3Z equates to 10 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, 10 p.m. tomorrow. That there could be some scattered sleet and now again, this was the model that I showed earlier at 9 o'clock, okay? And then look what happens the following day. This is Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Friday evening. Look how it blows up precip, and that by tomorrow night, we have heavy snow across the triangle, maybe some lighter snow back toward to the triad, and a mixture of sleet along I-95 and freezing rain along the coast, okay? This was at 9 o'clock this morning when I shared this, gosh, yeah, I'm thinking, man, this is a big deal for us. Okay, let me show you what's happened since then. This is the latest version of that same exact model. Okay, this is fresh, hot off the press. It just was run. This is our 18Z run of the same model. So we've had 2 model runs since 9 o'clock this morning of this particular model. Same story there. The rain starts in the triad tomorrow, 7, 8 o'clock. It gets to the triangle region, noon, 1 o'clock tomorrow. The rain makes it to I-95 sort of late in the day. This would be, 7 p.m. tomorrow. And then this would be 10 p.m. tomorrow. Actually, it has a little bit more in the way of snow tomorrow evening, tomorrow early night, across the Piedmont. You'll notice this is more than what I showed at 9 o'clock at the 9 o'clock briefing for the same time frame. So this particular model, same model, but just 2 runs newer, is a little bit more robust with that snow and sleet at the end of tomorrow's rain event. Okay, so anyway, let's go forward in time. Here's Friday morning with the sleet along the coast. That's not much different. But look what happens during the afternoon. The low moves way offshore. And that is Friday night. Nothing. Absolutely nothing across central North Carolina. This same exact time frame, 2 models earlier, looked like that. 2 models earlier looked like that for Friday night. And now Friday night, same model, 2 runs later, looks like that. Nothing. So that's been like really our challenge and that's not the only model, I'll tell you, that has backed off on precipitation. And when I say backed off, that's a substantial back off of precipitation. That's not the only model that's trended drier and further offshore with the low. So I guess probably a lot of you at this point in time are probably really happy and excited about that, right? Because that's a good trend in the models to be drier, right? But obviously that's just one cycle of models, and that puts us in a sort of a little pinch as to, do we take this bait and go with it and go with a drier forecast, less impactful forecast, or do we kind of hold back and wait and see what this evening's model runs give us? Does this evening's model runs go back to the snowier version? Okay. So again, let me back up one more time. I think tomorrow's rain is pretty much, I think, is a pretty good bet, right? Rain in the triad, right after sunset, rain in the triangle, Sandhills region by noon, 1 o'clock, rain reaching I-95 by late in the afternoon, and then a little bit of snow, light snow, maybe a light coating, maybe a dusting, maybe just enough to make the bridges slick tomorrow night. Okay, that was always in the forecast, and that hasn't changed. The change is what happens Friday, particularly late Friday, and here is late Friday. Okay, the low way offshore, and leaving us dry. And again, just for the sake of comparison, this is what that same exact model showed 2 runs ago. This is what I showed at 9. This is exactly what I showed at 9 o'clock this morning for Friday night, and that obviously produces a much greater impact. So this is weather. This is what happens. I mean, models change from run to run, and we have to analyze all that data and say, hey, is that real, or is that a hiccup in the model, or I will say that this is not the only model that's trended drier for Friday. Several other models have trended drier too. So I'm starting to think, well, maybe this is actually a legitimate trend in the model. But again, we're not really going to yank the forecast snow amounts back just yet. We're not going to pull them back. Okay, this is a cause for optimism. Let me go back to the current model run. That's the current model run. So it's a cause for optimism, but we don't want to just totally yank the forecast back the other way. We're going to try to make some very minor minor tweaks. Okay, so that said, we're not quite yet finished drawing up our snow and ice graphics, and again, I apologize for the delay. Let me refresh it and see if actually this has updated. Oh, it did. It just updated. Okay, so here you go. This is our forecast for the entire event. This is basically from 7 p.m. tomorrow through 7 p.m. Saturday. So this encompasses both the snow on the back end of the rain tomorrow night and any snow that falls Friday and Friday night. This is our official forecast. Okay, now I'm going to tell you, if the models trend the way the 18Z models continue, wait, let me restate this. If this evening's models continue to show the trend that this afternoon's models showed, then these amounts are way too high. Okay, so anyway, but we're not ready to pull this from the forecast just yet, because was that one model I just showed you an outlier? Are things going to flip right back to where they were this morning, what I showed you at 9 o'clock? Again, this is actually an old ice graphic, but I will tell you that it's most likely to be an all snow event for Central North Carolina, and basically that's the way this is this is playing out. So there you have it. A little different, right, than what we've been advertising. Actually, potentially different. It is what I just showed you in the models just a one-time, flip flop? Are they going to go right back to where they were, or is that a continuing trend? If it's a continuing trend, like I said, these amounts are going to be too high. So anyway, what I'm going to leave you with is that I think, and again, this is the most recent model run, I think this right here, this activity I'm showing right here, could be enough to produce some impact. So I'm not saying we're going to get off, freely from this. There's going to be some winter weather, okay? But it may end up just being that this is it, tomorrow night, tomorrow evening. This might be the main winter event, okay? So rather than the Friday night, okay? Friday night, again, the models could flip back to where they were, but I think our confidence is increasing that what I'm showing you right here will probably come to pass, okay? And this is tomorrow night, and this is, you know, this is potentially could produce a light coating, half-inch, maybe an inch of snow or sleet in spots. And this would be pretty much all of central North Carolina, except for the southern tier counties near the South Carolina border. Okay, so if you're north of Highway 24, I don't think that this is tomorrow night's going to be much of a deal for you. Okay, and let me just draw that line here. Roughly 24 quarter runs kind of like that, if you will. So if you're north of that yellow line, you know, there could be, you know, just enough where, you know, we might need a winter weather advisory for this, and, you know, could produce some slick roads, a coating, maybe a half-inch of snow and sleet. But that, again, that would be tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. Okay, so let's deal with that first, and then tomorrow morning when we do our webinar, we'll have a better handle on the model trends and what Friday's going to bring. Okay, so again, let's focus on the next 24 to 30 hours because this is likely to happen. Okay, where we get a little bit of wintry weather tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. All right. So anyway, with that, let me just jump back to the slides here, and all these will be updated. And you know, obviously, this is going to be an impactful storm. You know, confidence, I could change this to low for Friday, but I could change this to high for tomorrow and low for Friday. Okay, so we'll do another briefing at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Our evening shift, if things continue to trend differently, then they'll update the slides and send it out. I'm fairly certain our midnight shift will update the slides and send that out before sunrise tomorrow. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, you should have a fresh set of slides to look at. I'll be here 9 a.m. tomorrow morning to give you another update. And tomorrow we'll focus more on Friday. I think, again, the main takeaway with this briefing here right now is that we need to be ready for this, which will be tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, okay, which could give us a little coating of snow. All right, so at this point, I'll be ready for some questions.